Sorry, I want to make sure I don't accidentally have the phone fall forward again like it did a couple days ago. Let's get to my low, my high, my act of kindness. Happy Tuesday, everyone, and good morning. I would say my low would be just how much everyone has been affected by the college football playoff right now. Considering that, yeah, you do have Florida State University, who went undefeated, and they don't get in. That is most definitely a tragedy. But fret not, I have a solution. I have a solution to that problem. And, hold on a second, that's weird. Okay, for whatever reason, like, my phone has like a grid for when I like do a video and something like that, or a photo. And for some reason, there's like this one line going like right directly across. And I have no idea why that is. I mean, I know for a fact I didn't crack my phone, because I would have stressed about that from the very beginning of this video. That is weird. Add that to my low, I guess. My high is I finally, after almost an entire decade, went back to a certain place for lunch, but I'll talk about that in a minute. And my act of kindness was, actually, what was my act of kindness? I did some stuff for my grandma yesterday. I also, did some stuff for my mom. I helped my dad clean the kitchen after we had leftovers for dinner. So, yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, so I think I'll talk about how I would fix the college football playoff before I get into the main other stuff, because I also have a hot ones guest to talk about. So next year, they're finally going to do a 12-team bracket, or a 12-team tournament, which, okay, you have the top 4 seeds only play, like 2 or actually only 3 games to make it to the national championship, where everyone else below 5 or below has to play 4 games if they want to make it all the way to the end. Okay. I mean, I see how that works in practice, or in theory, but dude, I'm a purist when it comes to making tournament brackets. Just have 16 teams. Now, here's what you gotta do. You gotta have 16 teams, okay? 1-6, not 6-0. Then, you base on whoever has only the teams with the best records get to go in. If you are undefeated, you're automatically in. No questions asked. After all the teams that are undefeated are in, the remaining spots go to whatever the best records are. So you're going to have a bunch of teams that are, 12-1. And if for some reason all the teams that are either undefeated, so 13-0, and 12-1 are in, and there's still enough spots left, you would then go to any teams that are 11-2. So basically, I mean, I'm pretty sure that's how low it's going to get. I mean, maybe you'll have like one team that's like 10-3, but whatever. Now you're probably wondering, if you've got more than however many spots are left for 11-2, you would simply, just draw names out of a hat. And whatever team comes out, they automatically get to go. I mean, it sounds kind of silly, considering that, in a way, that would mess up a lot of teams who felt like they deserved to get in, but they didn't. But at least it's fair. Which also gets into the seeding. Because, I mentioned that if you're 13-0, you're automatically going to get in. who's going to be seed number 1 and number 2. Well, if there's only 2 teams that are undefeated, I would say just do a coin flip. It's fair, it's simple, it's reasonable, it's something that, which is something that people can agree on, but if there's more than 2, again, you draw names out of the hat. And the same thing for the teams that are 12-1. You draw names out of the hat. Whatever team is first, that's the highest possible seed. Then it keeps going until there's only one place left, and therefore the last team would get that last space. Personally, I think it's the most fair it should be. Is it perfect? No. But it's definitely more reasonable than whatever bass-backward system the college football was using now to get the 4 teams that are in right now. So, there you go. That's just my personal take. So I'm sure some of you will agree or disagree. But now let's get into where I went to yesterday, because I really have been putting off going to this one place for about almost 10 years. And after yesterday, I regret it. In fact, I'm definitely going again soon. The place I speak of is Old World Cafe in Corning, New York. It's on Market Street. And for many years, back when my grandfather was alive, he and my mother my mom did like everything with my grandfather. They talked to each other every day. They talked about arranging plans for future events, dinners and stuff like that. But the one thing they pretty much did a lot, the activity they did a lot outside of, talking to each other on the phone, was go out to lunch. And they would go out to lunch to a lot of places, but the one place I definitely felt they thought was the best was Old World Cafe in Corning. And I remember my mom talking about Old World Cafe, saying that, it was, it specialized in sandwiches. And me personally, growing up, I was not a sandwich person, because I always associated sandwiches with, cold cuts, and, the sandwiches themselves would be cold, and I'm not a cold sandwich person. Oh, as a kid. I like a cold sandwich every now and again right now. When I was a kid, I didn't, though. It's something you had to grow into. So, I don't know what made me get to go the first time I ever went. But, I went with my mom, my grandfather, Old World Cafe. And I remember looking at the menu, and then I saw not only do they have, sandwiches, but they also have other stuff that I would like. They have salads. I really wasn't a salad person either. But, they have soups. I like soups. And my mom didn't do a good job of explaining this at the time, but they actually have, grilled sandwiches or grilled paninis. Pretty much, grilled paninis, pretty much. And I remember looking at one item on, the grilled sandwiches menu, and it was the barbecue panini. I remember looking at it, and I remember thinking, well, okay, because it's got barbecue sauce on. Oh, I like barbecue sauce. It's got bacon on that. I like bacon. And it's got turkey on that, and, hot turkey. I like hot turkey. It's a hot sandwich, so it stands to reason it should be okay. The only things on that sandwich I didn't care for at the time actually, there's also red. I like red onion too. I like onions. I didn't care for pickles or mayonnaise that much, so I asked them to take it off. And I remember being the best sandwich I ever had. And eventually I would slowly work my way up to having the sandwich as it was meant to be, with the barbecue sauce, the bacon, the turkey, the red onions, the dill pickle, and the mayonnaise. Oh, it was also, again, they also had cheese on it. It was provolone, and, I like provolone on my hot subs. It was, melted provolone, so what you have here is essentially a cross between a grilled cheese and a hot turkey sandwich. And it's one of the best sandwiches I ever had. Now, fast forward to yesterday, because my mom, I had a soup and a sandwich for lunch. I had their garden Italian soup, which was surprisingly thicker and had more body than I thought it was going to have. It also came with like a dollop of ricotta cheese you got to mix in. That was really good. But now back to the barbecue panini. It wasn't as good as I remembered. It was better. Oh my God. It was so much better than I remembered it being. Like, and the presentation was so good. It came with like a few chips. And just everything about that sandwich works. Like, actually, I made the wrong comparison. The barbecue panini is like, you take like the best aspects of a grilled cheese and the best aspects of sort of like a club sandwich, even though it's a panini. Because it doesn't have a club, but it has some of the elements of a turkey club, the turkey and the bacon. And it's one of my favorite sandwiches of all time. I love that place. I love how and just the ambience of Old World Cafe. It looks like a 50s ice cream parlor on the inside. You eat ice cream. Got myself some salted caramel truffle for dessert. And again, the menu looks really good. It feels like a classic place you would go to for just a simple soup and a sandwich. Or you get salads, and they have salads there. Or again, all I got was like an ice cream cone, but they have sundaes too. But that isn't the only cool thing about Old World Cafe, because in the back you have because it's right next to the essentially Corning City Hall, I think, and actually no, it's not it. It's basically behind Old World Cafe, on your way to go into the bathrooms, you have, and I'm not kidding, the Corning Painted Post Sports Hall of Fame. Now, keep in mind, you would think since I went to Horseheads, no one on that Hall of Fame, would interest me. But I can assure you, if you make the Hall of Fame anything, that Hall of Fame is a bunch of veritable goats in their own right, greatest of all time. So you got a lot of goats on there. But believe it or not, I have 2 family members on that Hall of Fame. I do. My uncle, who played lacrosse, and my aunt, who swam. She was a swimmer. So, yeah, it was great seeing my aunt and uncle's names on the Hall of Fame. By the way, if you want to know, it's my aunt and my uncle on my mom's side. Literally my mom's brother and sister. So, it's just cool seeing. It's just cool to see. And now that I've gone back to Old World Cafe, not only do I want to go again, but in honor of my grandfather, I definitely want to, go on a lunch date with my mom. I should go on a lunch date with my mom. That'd be really nice. So, yeah, if you're in the city of Corning and you're looking for something to eat for lunch, go to Old World Cafe. It's awesome. I added to the official Cutler. I officially added it to the Cutler list yesterday. So, I posted about it. And, yeah, all that's left to do now, at least for this video, is to reveal who this week's Hot Ones guest is. Okay. I am now opening the internet. I am now about to go to First Week Feast's Instagram page. I am now looking directly at you guys, having clicked on the fact that I am now on Instagram's First Week Feast page. I can now see something out of the corner of my eye. I'm making this, every time I do this reaction, I make this very official. So, with that said, I think this might be the 12th guest of the year. Or at least maybe, no, it might be yeah, it is, because it went up because of that one person. I forget who. But this week's Hot Ones guest is, let me scroll down for a minute. No way! No way! Dude! If this is the season finale, they got a good one. But, it's Mark Ruffalo. Yeah! Hulk from the MCU. Or Bruce Banner from the MCU. Although, he's also Hulk now. Oh, he does the voice of Hulk, but all the grunts and screams, that's definitely Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno would make for a good Hot Ones guest. But, we got Mark Ruffalo. This is awesome. I can't wait to watch this. And I also can't wait to go back to Old World Cafe again. I hope you like this video. Like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, on social media. As always, I'm very homely in this video. For all of you guys watching, enjoy for today. Hopefully you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. And remember, if any of you guys want to talk to chat, I'm always going to be here. So let me know. Always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.